We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra. I think we can afford to bump up the speed just a little bit. Okay, this is finally taken off. That's pretty good. And let's see. Well, we got a lot of people. Go on. Poor inundation, that is fine. Got a lot of people, so let's get them started in the fishing industries, because I think that will be most helpful. Bring this down just a little bit. May as well just line a whole coastline with this, right? Because we can actually get quite a few in here. I can't get a road up there if I do that, though. Well, okay. So there's going to be a few that we are not able to get. But I will be able to get 3 there. So that's fine. Common Festival. And of course, that's where the road's got to go. That is a 3x, so we will leave it for the 3x. Okay. That seems like a pretty good start. And let me pause for a moment, because we are going to need a shipwright, which is not there at all. I don't really need to pause, I just need to slow the game down. And then we'll go ahead and put a roadblock here. And that is going to be too small for a granary, so we will put that on this end. Maybe. Well, any advantage I can give to the distance will be better. I don't really like the idea of having to move it over so it doesn't use the road, but I guess we don't really have a choice. You, sir, will only be taking fish and giving them away. And then this is another 3x. I don't think I really need warships, to be honest. But I do need that transport. And the transport won't go anywhere there, so it will have to go over here. So how about something like that? Okay. Well, we'll just take and make something like that. And then, of course, the usual... I mean, I guess I could... Let's see here. I'm going to need to do something like that and put a roadblock right there. And then we can do the firehouse. May as well have it come from one end or the other. So if I do one there and then fill in the architect post here. And then we'll just do like a... Okay, let's make this easy on myself. There. Now this is a little bit funky, this thing right here, so it may not work out too well. But I guess we'll find out. Right, and I said I was going to get started on this, which I am. So we'll do something like that, and something like that. And the thing is, I don't really want to put anything on this side because it's going to act as beautification for that row of housing. But I don't know how much they are going to require, is the thing. So I might be able to just not put anything here on this side and put some more buildings here, which would help double up on a lot of things for me. If I leave this end here, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is going to be where my temples are. And why not just fill it in. Why not just put all these things in right now? One thing I can do that I don't think is going to be too terrible is... Okay, I do also have to remember to leave room on this side. So 1, 2, 3, and that'll be my other house. Okay. So I can put in the temples. Temple to Ra. Temple to Ta. Temple to Bast. Now where this can go wrong is that they will always go there before they go that way. That could possibly come back and bite me. So I'm going to need... Let's maybe lay this down. Well, okay. Let's just do like we've got on the other side and just do singles. So we'll do the fireman. That is not anywhere near what I want. We'll do that one. We'll do a dentist. We will do an apothecary. And we will do a statue. With garden behind. And something like that. Followed by a medium statue. Let's make it a low one so I can see over it. Like that. Of course, we will need to put in garden along the backside. Okay, I can see where this is becoming a problem. Let's do roadblock to stop that. And we need garden along the backside so that they can evolve into it. Which is still bizarre to me that they do that. But that should help. And we'll figure out what to do with this space here in a minute. Okay, so we've got some of that coming in. That'll be good. Let's also go ahead and get you. So what that means then is that I will need, say, a water supply. And that's really... This is a vital thing that should probably not be at that end. Let's undo that. Like the bazaar and other things. See, I want an apothecary. I want a scribal school. How big is the library? Rather large. It's another 3 by. So I want that there. What else am I going to need? I will need the bazaar. Bazaar apothecary. We need a mortuary. Or sorry, a physician. I always get those two mixed up. We'll need the mortuary. Okay. So bazaar, apothecary, mortuary. I will need water. I will need scribal school and a library. I will need zoo. Zoo is the new thing. The zoo, well, I could knock this out. No. The zoo will fit there just fine. And then we can move that to over here, and it all works. Because I think, yeah. And then we could actually just cut that out right there with a roadblock. We don't need to be there. Okay, so we will be able to get enough, which is good. How we 36%. Okay. Have these guys started getting people yet? No. No, they have not. Well, possibly to prevent any situation, let's just go ahead and put in more people up in here. It's not really going to hurt anything. I will have a lot of room up here for whatever developments I want to put up here, which honestly I don't think are going to be many. So let's increase speed now and get it going. Add something a little bit more reasonable here, because we need food in a big bad way. Which, really, how many do I have? 1100 grain. You know, I mean, the thing is, if we fulfill these requests, as shown in previous episodes, if we fail, we could potentially lose trading partners, which I'm not cool with. So if we fulfill these, then we stand to gain more than we could actually lose. So I guess I will put down our first friend here, who will accept grain, and we will empty grain for now, and we will fill in more grain. And once they all fill in their guys, okay. I don't know, I'm willing to bet that we will still have to face the not enough jugglers. I'm willing to bet that's still going to be a thing. 160 people. Okay. Well, you know, I mean, that's an awful lot of fish. Is there something else I could be doing? The answer is yes. Let's now empty that, and we will get everything. Right. Okay. So let's actually think about this, because now I can build industry up here. I've got a very long route here that would enable me, if I was to, say, put a dock up here, enable me to have stuff. I'm going to have to knock out some homes. Fortunately, no one lives there yet. Unfortunately, that is going to snarl this road. Okay, you know what? Bad idea. Let's put a dock here. I'm working on it. Did I not have a dock at all? Oh, holy crap, what was I thinking? Well, that's fine. Come back. We can still make this work. Let's do that and that and that. Is this even necessary? I don't think this is even necessary. So I could put in a secondary dock. We've literally made roads for that. And that works out there. Okay. So I should probably now actually there. I think that'll fill in. That ought to do the trick. So we got two docks. If need be, I can wind the road up in here and have a third dock. I may do so. So we're going to need a store yard up here. Why don't we have it hanging off the edge? And this is going to be the one that we will use to sell, well, everything. We'll take a fourth brick right now. Let's actually think about what I can sell. Let's go into the trades. Okay, so we'll need. I could actually start doing luxury goods right now. That turnaround on luxury goods would actually be fantastic. So why don't we do that? Oh, fuck. 400. What else? Barley. Import, export. Import, export on beer immediately. Industry will be up here because that makes so much more sense. So we'll do import 6. Let's start at 400. Export and brick. We can also import copper to make weapons and do that. Okay. Copper now. We're going to need 3,200. That is a full store yard. How about we just wait a minute on that? We will not need to have papyrus right away. For right now, though, I think we can do the 3 there. So we'll have beer. Okay. So what we'll do here is we will have bricks set to half. We will have luxury goods set to 4. Okay. I see a problem here. Because we're going to need to have that and that. We will now have another store yard. And in this situation, I could go hanging off the edge right here. And this will be the one where we take brick. Okay, so we are going to need a couple jewelers right away. This is actually maybe that should actually be here. But if it's there, hold on a minute. The way this road is set up is not good. I could. What would I gain by bringing that road out? Maybe a little bit? No, I don't think so. This is awful. Alright, well, I was hoping to have something left here, but I don't think this is going to work that way. Because that's not going to squeeze. One way or another, we're going to be short on something, so I think cornering it is probably the best choice, actually. And really, I'm not doing myself a great service by doing this anyway, just because I can actually make a loop like I did before, but I think we'll maybe have an actual industrial loop over here. So anyway, yes, we need to have brewers. Two brewers. Two jewelers to start out with. A brickmaker. So, okay, here's the thing. Clay. Where do we get clay? It's gonna have to be all up in here. So to make clay, we will need a straw depository. Yeah, this isn't very sustainable right now. Definitely going to need to rethink what I'm doing. I'm not going to get a whole lot of clay out of this. Being here, if I'd still want to do stuff, I mean, maybe I could just close this off and turn it into a loop for clay. But these two anyway will be a first start, seeing as how we will get enough to import for them. But I guess if that's the case, we can do straw here. Okay. And let's do brickworks. We'll do... probably get a fair amount, actually. Hold on. I could get a clay pit there, but not there. And I could get one there as well, right? So at least for our initial setup, this actually ticks all the boxes. This gets everything. That leaves another thing right there. So really, Okay. Well, it does what it needs to, I guess. Let's do something like that. Because then I can also do I can move that roadblock to actually here. Put that there. I could therefore remove this. And then this will pull double duty on this side when I need these guys to walk down here to have some housing. So for initial setup, hopefully this will work. Been a while for Bast. Okay, I think we might have it. And it does look like I could just run a road up along the backside if we need to go that way. Food, we seem to be having good situation with the food. So hopefully we'll get even more. And we can begin distributing that out, because at 5% we're looking at 59 unemployed people, which is still a considerable amount. Can we export straw? Now that I think about it. Well, yes we can. Okay, here comes our initial bunch here. We're not accepting clay, is the problem. So the clay guys are not really... Well, they should just be taking it direct. That is hopefully what they're doing. Given how much we have of it, I think we can also afford another brick maker. And I suppose really, we also are going to need to import flax at some point. So I'm going to have to set up an industrial area, specifically for industrial processing. This is a very small place to do this. I'm cramping myself into a space I don't need to be cramping myself into. But I guess that's okay. So we could... Oh, taxes. That's something I'm missing out on, is taxes. Well, that's an easy solution too. We'll just keep moving the roadblock. So we should be able to get that zoo in. No, we're not. Well, okay, library can go on that side then. Over here. This is creating all kinds of messes. Thank you very much. I will turn around and sell them. Yeah, this is kind of a deal here. Okay, well, I'm going to remove that and put in a tax collector. By putting a library here, I am potentially hurting myself a lot. By putting anything there, I'm going to be hurting myself, because I will need to basically move this away. That's okay. We can actually do that. Let's get these people situated over here. And we will actually put a roadblock right here. And then what I will do is just replace those with shrines. And problem is solved. Let's move these people out and see if we can get them to move in over here. It's okay, you were living in dirt hovels anyway. These are upscaled dirt hovels over here. Where did they go? They just fell into oblivion. Oh, they're walking out that way. Okay. That's kind of a crap setup that they've got there, where it doesn't immediately just go into the next available housing. You'd think there would be some preservation there, just a little bit, but there's not. And we can do that. Okay, let's also get some plaza in here. Let's actually go all the way, if we can. Okay, that fills in a pretty good amount. We do have some food. We've also got only 27 people. So the next batch of people that we need to start feeding I guess we can just start doing that. Let's just start out with one of these guys. I could put it here. People don't like living next to them, so it can go right there. But you hold your horses there. Okay. Let's make sure the gods are happy every half a year. We are beginning to, hopefully, sell some things. That is massive. Holy crap. Well, we'll know here in a minute. I also want you to, well, okay, I just want it to accept, but I want it to accept 3/4, because we do, at some point, we will need to ensure that the guys are getting a varied diet in order to evolve to the levels that we need to evolve. I think if need be, if I do not in fact have enough room down here, I think I've got enough, but I might have missed something. We can always just break that roadblock and then extend that to one of these areas out here. There are still options, so I'm not too overly worried. As we have an employee crisis. Yay! Well, let's make sure that food and distribution are priority, followed by infrastructure, and health, and industry. We're only suffering just a little bit in the entertainment. That is okay. As I said, as soon as somebody decides to buy some food and starts spreading it around, we'll be able to move. That is a lot of food. There's an extra amount of straw. We are selling straw. This is good. Okay, speed up to max and bring it down 1, because I feel like that's where we're at. Has this been spreading food yet? Where is... what in the hell? This is exactly what I did not want to happen. So she went up there to get fish on top. Oh, that's going to be a mess. That is going to be a disaster I did not want to happen. You have honored Ra. Good. Let's pull this back one. because I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves on that, seeing as how Ta is already 10 months behind now. Whoa, who said spurned? Oh, there we go. My eyes pick out things, and then they kind of half whisper them to my brain, and sometimes forget what I actually thought I saw. Did we? I did not put down a transport ship yet. Isn't that what I put this whole thing is? Oh wait, that is the transport ship. Okay. But we need wood to make the boat for it. Right. Yeah. So I'll have to buy wood. I don't really want to do that right now. We will need it, though. We will need it. So let's buy it now rather than wait and let ourselves get hit by that. This is all just a mess right now. Do I want to put a dock here already? If I do, that means this road is going to go something like this. So we can put a storeyard here, and this will be kind of a catch-all for weird stuff. Let's do a fourth of that, and we'll go ahead and purchase wood. Come on. Purchase wood to an import level of 400. Probably more than we will need. And just make sure I can still hit my in and out. Not really. That is bizarre that is even there. Why is it like that? So bouncing back and forth. What do we actually need? Let's okay, let's one monument at a time, I think. I know we're going to need this. It is 4% complete already, just by putting it down. We need peasants to clear the land, okay. And then we'll need 28 loads of marble, followed by 8 loads of copper. So we don't need to have that all at once. Okay, that's helpful. That's where you're going to get your people from. Let's do... I want to make sure we're zagging into somewhere I can use my clay. But will I be able to... Okay, so that's where the loop will end. And we'll come back and around. Right there. This is a terrible loop for multiple reasons, but primarily because how are these guys going to get anywhere? Again, if I want to keep that for a dock, we should leave that open. Well... Ah, the problem solved. Maybe, because they could potentially still keep going here and then keep coming here, and then they'll just miss out on the loop. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. But I'm going to do it because, well... I don't want to fiddle with it anymore. Got straw going, we got gems coming in. Hopefully this will start picking up my early economy. I would like the taxes, of course, to start taking their toll a little bit, but I don't believe that's going to be a strong thing right away. This has no access to religion. That's why. Because apparently the influence of a religious guy right there does not reach to that square? That seems a little A little wrong. Okay. Time to pick it up and bring it back down. Waiting on this again. And this looks like a perfect place to build more shrines. Okay, now did that tell me something good? Pottery, flax, linen, jewelry. Okay, well, it's nice. It's not quite what I need. We got a 5% unemployment here, so let's put in third granary, taking that. And that appears to be quite sufficient for our food needs, so that is okay. These guys, however, yeah, this is pissing me off. This is actually not a good idea. I could, instead of this, put down a... yeah. I didn't really want them to put down a store yard for that, but I think I'm going to put down a store yard for that. I think it's going to work a little bit better. So once that's done, 2,000 residents. We're already halfway to the population requirement. Okay, well, so as soon as that empties, I'll put down another thing there. That'll give me another 2x2 square area that I can put something else. And then we'll get sort of prepped and ready for... I guess I can start pottery up here, of course. But I'm going to need an actual production center for industry at some point. Especially with 7,000. It's 7,000. We're not halfway there. Not at all. I guess one thing, too, that I can do is maybe put down a bunch of towers. Those will soak up a few people. Not a whole lot. But we got a large chunk of people now, thanks to this neighborhood, so I can start putting them into more industry. I think that I should probably actually start focusing on just going straight into the monument building. That'll take the most amount of time, and everything else can be worked on. This is fantastic already as it is. Culture, okay. So, probably, you know, maybe I should knock out the 6 elegant manors first. That might be interesting. Or just fill it in. I mean, just do it, you know, instead of waiting. The only thing I don't want to do is expand so fast that we're out of food. That is really the only reason not to do that. So, I guess I could ramp that up if I need to, but we can get making papyrus right away, which actually would be a good thing to do. Let's start up a papyrus industry. I can sell it, if nothing else, right away, and then we'll see how much population I get from... Why are you... There is absolutely no reason you should be evolved now. Where did the walker come from that came over here? See, that's what I'm talking about. This widescreen mod has created some kind of glitch where at the edge of the screen, that's where someone is spawning in the wrong location. There's absolutely no reason for this. Unless it came from her. Unless she just randomly chose these people to suddenly have that. That is the only reason for that. That's got to be it. Which, I mean, in that case, because now it's throwing off my population numbers. I don't think we've got fully occupied people yet, but that's going to throw off my population. Maybe we should just get this one going too. We've got plenty of food. I think I can sustain 2 for quite a while. Okay, well anyway, stuff to do. I will end this one here, and I will see you next time.